What's up, guys? We've got some record-breaking news. 85,000 agents now at eXp Realty. In this video, I'm going to show you how they did it, why it's groundbreaking. They're the first in the industry to do it at this pace, and they've done it nearly twice as fast as the next closest person to reach that milestone. Stay tuned for some big news. All right, guys, so maybe you saw the news, 85,000 agents at eXp Realty, a milestone that only a couple brokerages in the past have surpassed. The last one to do it was Keller Williams Realty. Keller Williams Realty was founded in 1983. They hit the 85,000 agent mark in 2011. So it took them, nearly 28 years to hit that mark. eXp did the same thing, but they did it in 13 years. That's less than half the time, so over twice as fast. So why is that a big deal? Well, for one, a lot of people, when they're thinking about joining eXp, they have this mindset or this idea in their head that maybe it is too late. Well, it might be very, very early. So you see, if you look at the adoption curve, it is highly likely that we are still in the, and hopefully we can throw this up on the screen here, but it is highly likely that we are still in the early adopter or early majority or early part of the early majority stage, which means that we're, typically in that curve, that means we're probably 20 to 30% of the way through the adoption, if that, right? So, compare that 85,000 mark, by the way, to where Keller Williams is today. They're at 170,000 agents today. And, if they got there 10 years after they hit the 85,000 agent mark, right? But eXp got to that mark in half the time. How much longer do you think it will take eXp to get to where Keller is now, right? They will probably do it a lot faster. I wouldn't be surprised if they did it in a few years. Who knows? But the point is, I definitely do not think that you are too late to the game, right? A lot of people are worried that it's too late, and I don't think it is. So let's take a step back for a moment and look at how did they grow so fast? Like, why did this brokerage, eXp Realty, why did they get to 85,000 agents in less than half the time than anyone has ever done it before? They are the fastest growing real estate brokerage in the history of real estate. And I think they did some unique things. I think they are the one and only true disruptor right now in the past 10, 15 years at least in the industry. They're like what Netflix did to Blockbuster, what Uber and Lyft did to the taxi industry, what Amazon did to Sears or your department stores, right? They basically obliterated the brick and mortar. They eliminated the most expensive part of the real estate brokerage model. I've done a whole white paper on this, by the way, which you can read at danlesniak.com under the blog section, so check that out. But they basically came in, they're one national company, right, which a lot of these companies are set up with the national level, but then most of them have regions and areas, and then they all typically have the local brick and mortar. So eXp eliminated that. They're a completely virtual model, the first virtual model in real estate at this scale. So it eliminates tons of expenses. There's just layer upon layer of expenses at the regional, at the franchise, local broker level, however you look at it, right? All of those expenses are gone. All the expenses are, concentrated at the national level, and because there's, they have mass, right? They have lots of agents in there. They can lower their costs, right? They can spread out the expenses over more agents, and they don't have this, expensive layers in the middle. So what does that do for you, the real estate agent? Well, two main things financially, right? One is those savings are passed on to the real estate agents. eXp Realty has one of the lowest commission splits in the industry, right? So you save tons of money just by operating your business at eXp Realty. even if you don't take advantage of the best part of it, which is the revenue share, you get to save money just by bringing your existing business there. Over the last month or so, I've sponsored over 10 different agents and had conversations with several more, and they are all saving money just by taking their existing business to eXp Realty. Tens of thousands of dollars, in some cases, 6 figures or more of savings just by bringing their existing business to eXp Realty. So that's the biggest, or the easiest advantage, I guess, to tell people about when it comes to the savings of this model. The second one, which is actually the more powerful one, is, and this is how they've grown so fast, it's the revenue share model. So since day one, eXp has operated on half the revenue, right? So they already operate at an extremely low commission split, but now they take half of that, half of that revenue that comes in, half of those commission splits, and set it aside. The company operates on half of it, right? So half of the revenue is enough to cover their operating expenses and generate a profit. By the way, they are the only publicly traded real estate brokerage that is actually profitable. So this model does work and it is sustainable. What do they do with the other half of that revenue? Well, that goes back into the revenue share pool. So the agents who grow the company through attracting other agents or recruiting or sponsoring agents, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't matter, right? You're, basically in some shape or form, there are agents at eXp Realty that go out and get other people to join, right? Those agents name them as their sponsor. In exchange for that, eXp shares some of the revenue with the sponsoring agents, the recruiting agents, right? It goes up to 7 levels down. So if you recruit someone and they recruit someone and they recruit someone, so on and so forth, you can get compensated for that. Ongoing, by the way, it's recurring, right? You don't have to be involved in the transaction. It just comes in. You can get compensated, up to 7 levels, depending on how many people are in your front line and all of that. So that is how they've grown fast. They've got this amazing cost structure, right? Save agents money just by bringing their platform over. And then the ones that want to take advantage of the revenue share program get tremendous rewards if they do well at it, right? Not everyone will, of course, but like anything in life. But that is how this company has grown at this historic pace. No one has ever done this. 85,000 agents in half the time that that Keller Williams did, right? Which was previously the fastest company to get to 85,000 agents. So that is some remarkable news. I think it is still very, very early in the eXp Realty growth stage. So if you're sitting on the sidelines, you're wondering what it's about, and you want to learn more, you can send me a text message at 703-638-4393. Yes, it does go to my cell phone, and I respond and answer, and I will walk you through the benefits of eXp Realty, and specifically the benefits of when you join with my group, because who you choose as your sponsor does matter. When you join eXp Realty and you choose me as your sponsor, you get access to 2 different nationally recognized coaching programs. You get recruiting tools, you get training on how to do it, and a whole bunch of other specific benefits to my group at eXp Realty. So if you're interested in joining me at eXp Realty, which is, by the way, the fastest growing brokerage in the history of real estate, send me a text message at 703-638-4393, and make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss any of our real estate video training tips, investing strategies, and all that good stuff. I'll see you next time.